back, everybody, to Travelin Cowgirls. Shelley is going to tell us her next stop in her journey out west.
Yes. This was in Keystone, South Dakota, close to Mount Rushmore. We went to one main campground, horse camp there, and it was called Elk Haven, and it was really cool. They had a lot to offer there. A lot of campsites, electric, a lot of stalls. One really cool thing I really liked was at each cabin, they had a stall like right behind the cabin.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
when you walk out, like you could look at your horse out the window. And then they had a cabin that offered like for 8 people, and then they had like 8 stalls. Like there was tons of stalls behind that cabin, so like you could go with a group of people and split the cabin for the week if you wanted to. And that would make it easy traveling out there. You know, you wouldn't have to take a big rig for that. They also offered, which I thought was really cool. Same again with them, you don't have to be bringing horses. You can still camp there if you have other stuff like ATVs and motorcycles. And they offered all kinds of different trailers to like take to other camps to ride. But they also offered like cargo trailers, like if you wanted to haul your side by side somewhere or something like that.
That's cool.
So I thought that was really awesome. They have a restaurant there right on site, and like a little general store. They had tack. I got to meet the owners, and they were really awesome, really nice people. I do an interview with a couple that go there once a year. They were so sweet, and they just had nothing but good to say about that camp. They've camped there a lot.
We've been coming here for close to 8 years now, sometimes twice a year from the Kansas City area. And we usually bring a pretty big group, but this year we couldn't. He got hurt, and so we couldn't do it. But I mean, I have nothing bad to say about this. They have trails to ride on. I mean, you never have to go to the same place twice, and we're here. We're on 2 weeks now.
We're going on 3 weeks.
Because one of the people is broke down, and we're not going to leave them.
Joss and Jackie, the owners, just did fabulous work trying to jockey us around because our sites, they're full.
Yeah, they're full.
But they found a spot for us.
That's
We've been to other camps in the Black Hills. This is by far the best.
One cool thing too, I thought, about this camp was you could still be a tourist. You could leave your horse there and go check out Mount Rushmore for the day. You could go check out, there's South Dakota and like Rapid City in that area. It's like a little Gatlinburg. Like they have all these little towns like Custard and Keystone, and they're like little cowboy towns, but there's like tons of stuff to do around each little town, and they're not very far apart. So, and then you got Crazy Horse that's right there too. You can actually ride from that horse camp to Mount Rushmore.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and I think it's like a 25-mile ride. So I mean, it's a long haul, but it's.
We did 33.
Yeah, we did.
Fine.
It's a really rocky, and the trails are. I mean, they're pretty rigorous. I think it's so cool that you can trailer to other horse camps.
Mm-hmm.
That they like are all like okay with that. Usually like when you're somewhere, they're like trying to keep you there, but no, they're like, hey, go and explore. But they said there's enough riding to like ride there for a few weeks. So
That's awesome.
another little cool tip is like the Badlands isn't very far. Pretty much when you get in South Dakota, it's like one big vacation. Like there's so much to do, like on both sides of the highway, especially on that highway to get to Rapid City. There's just a lot of food, a lot of touristy things.
How far was this from the other places you went?
So this was about probably 4 hours from Tinsley,
Okay.
4 to 5 hours. And the drive there through the like back country is amazing. Like it's, when you go out west, each little place is like, oh my gosh, I love this place, Then you're like, oh no, I love this one more. It's just, I guess it's like whatever mood you're in that day.
Mm-hmm.
But also Deadwood isn't very far from there, South Dakota, which is a really cool cowboy town. You can camp. They had a horse camp there, but it was mainly just for like the rodeo.
Okay.
It's called like the 76 rodeo or something like that. But it's really cool. Cool little area. There's a lot to do in Rapid City. Tons and tons to do. But I really like that they made it to where you could still be a tourist if you wanted to bring your horse. And they'll like watch over your horse for you.
So did you just rent horses for the ride, or
The only place we rented horses was in Shoshone.
okay?
Just to get the trails. We didn't actually go on a trail ride in South Dakota.
Okay.
but we drove around a lot and could see a lot of the, and you'll see that in the video, like we got a lot of the views from what you would see on the horse, kind of. I'm sure you'll get to see way better views on the horse, but you'll get an idea of like the landscape of the area.
Enough to make you want to go on a horse.
Yeah, and something really cool, was it the Iron Horse is the national horse camp that was over there by Elk Haven. I think it's called Iron Horse Camp, Iron Creek or something. I'll look it up. Yeah, it's Iron Creek Horse Camp, and it's a national forest, and it's the same thing like Shoshone and the other. You have to have the weed-free certified hay. Another cool tip is the Elk Haven. I think they sell that there.
Okay.
Or they can get in contact with people that can, and you don't have to have it there. You only have to have it if you're staying in the national parks.
Okay.
And in Tinsleep, you didn't have to have it either. So I love that idea. Like, you could bring your hay from home. So it's kind of better to stay at a private camp if you're trying to get around all that stuff, and then just ride on the trails, because they just go into the national forest trails. But the Iron Creek was really cool. When we left there, we saw a buffalo like 5 minutes out of the entrance of that camp, like right next to the road. So and it was like, I mean, you almost could touch him. And it was a big like bull. I thought that was really awesome that it was that close to the horse camp, because you're probably gonna ride up on them when you're on the trails.
Is that something that would like spook a horse?
I mean, some, yeah, definitely.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely could. I kind of feel like if your horse has been around cows, it might not do so much, because I feel like they would give out the same smell, maybe not.
I don't know.
But they definitely have an instinct for wild animals. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure if a bear or mountain lion was out there, they would be letting you know.
Yeah, I'd say probably the horses that ride those trails, like they have that you can rent to ride. They're used to.
They're used to all the smells, yeah. But yeah, definitely check out. And this is just the only 2 I hit. There are tons of horse camps in these areas around Mount Rushmore. And that's somewhere we're planning on going next spring too. We're trying to hit, where we're showing you now is the areas we're trying to hit. We're going to stop at Elk Haven, Tinsleep, and then Shoshone. So we'll actually get to give you a full-on review of how our actual camping trip was. But hopefully Amanda will have a horse by then.
Fingers crossed.
If not, maybe you can ride one of mine.
Yeah.
We'll tell Zach to take his motorcycle.
There we go.
He'll be okay with that. But anyways, Elk Haven is awesome. They have a website. You can call them, look it up. Yeah, check out Elk Haven and South Dakota. It's awesome.
Yep. Thanks for telling us about your trip, Shelley.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Happy
trails!